All right, Kathy, thank you so much. Okay, really exciting because it's been a hot summer. We just heard from Kathy. It's still hot, almost record temps today. And now is the time that we should be tending to our trees in order to get them ready for fall and winter. So we got Patrick O'Mara here. This is a mouthful. Associated Landscape Contractors of Colorado. But Patrick, love seeing you. Good to see you. Walk us through why it's so important to do this now.
Okay, so what's up with our trees right now, because a lot of them are under stress, is two things. There was a lot of growth this year, especially earlier on, and afterward it is these terrible conditions for growing things. So we started the spring well with nice moisture and getting things going, and then it got hot and dry. Well, the moisture that we had made these trees just have this flush of growth come out. So all of these trees now have more material in them. And then the weather turns,
right,
and you have conditions that stress trees out. And when trees get stressed, just like humans, they're susceptible to attack by fungi and bacteria and physical damage. And in some cases, you have trees that can't feed themselves. And then you have what's called failure to thrive. And
well, we don't want failure to thrive.
That is failure to thrive.
No, but there's still some green leaves in here. So how would you counteract that?
So a couple different things. Let me show you a couple things first. This is the aforementioned failure to thrive.
Okay.
This is a maple. This has chlorosis. Means that what it needs, the nutrient, is in the ground, but because of the pH of all the soils around here, it can't uptake it. So that suffers and then usually has to come down.
And you would just trim it off?
We would trim that off,
get rid of
or
it.
You remove the whole tree.
Oh.
This is something that we saw more this year. This is an oak, and I saw this on maple as well. This is anthracnose. It's a fungal issue.
Oh no.
So, and this is scrub oak. This is local oak that's getting affected by something.
How do we save her? Is it too late?
I'll get to that in a sec.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
This one looks weird. What is those spiky balls?
This is buckeye, and this is a bacterial infection called scorch. And maybe that's why we don't see as many buckeye around here, because this gets it really readily. This was ash that dried out, and this was curl-leaf aphids on the end. So that used to be filled yesterday with a bunch of live little critters in there that affect it.
Could you see them?
Yes.
You can see the live little critters, like fleas?
See them. No, they're smaller than that.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got aspen, and we've talked about aspen and what aspen gets. And then this is fire blight, which is a bacterial infection that crab apples get. So this is just a smattering of things that go on in Colorado.
So what do we do? Now I know you have a magic elixir here. Is this the solution to solve it all?
I'll show you the magic elixir in a sec too.
Oh man, jeez.
So one of the big things that, that we tell people to do is, if you have diseased leaves, throw them away at the end of the season. That doesn't need to go into the compost
Get rid of them.
Yeah, just throw those away. We don't need to bring that to the next year. And secondly, call or contact a qualified or certified arborist so they can come out, they can take a look at your trees, evaluate their health, and give you suggestions for things like fall fertilizer is a huge thing that's beneficial to trees. And that's where the magic elixir comes in too.
What is this magic elixir?
So in just a sec, I forgot one more thing.
We have about 30 seconds.
Okay. Prune your trees. This is the end of every single ash tree that's out there on every single branch.
Prune them.
This is what happens after a lot of growth. And then the magic elixir that everyone always asks me about. What is the magic elixir?
Right, what is it?
It's simple. You just take this magic elixir and you pour it where
what
you
is
need
it?
to. It's just water. It's just water.
Hey, we can do that.
Water. I can't emphasize that enough. Water your trees and get them pruned this year, and we're good.
Okay, water the trees, prune them up. Patrick O'Mara, thank you so much. We appreciate you as always.